Remove method is similar to pop method, but the major difference is in case of pop method, it will remove element based on the index position. In case of remove method, it will remove the element itself. So if we have to use remove, we will we will not pass the index position, but we will pass the actual element that we want to remove. So let's take an example. To save time, I'll just copy paste the code from above, and rather than using pop, I'll say remove. Now, first thing we have to note is because we have to pass the specific element, there is no concept of default. For example, in case of pop, if we will not pass any value, then it will remove the last element. But in case of remove, you have to pass an element. Rather than 1 to 3, let me call them 10, 20, and 30 so that it becomes clear that we are actually passing the number. Say we want to remove number 20. Okay, so let's do it. When you will remove 20, last time when we were popping it, the value was stored in removed element, right? And we were able to see the value was whatever element we were popping up, it was getting stored here, right? But as you can see here, it returns null. That means when we are actually using remove, it will directly remove it, but you cannot store it using a variable. So we are not going to store it, we'll delete it. Also, you have noticed that rather than passing the index, we have passed the actual value. So we are not passing the index one, rather we are passing the actual element. So apart from that, most of the things are similar. For example, you cannot use remove on a string and tuple. The reason being they are immutable, and you can just use them on list and the set. If you want to use that on set, let's just copy paste the code and see. It will work the same way. And rather than pop, we will write remove and then we'll pass the value. So again, rather than 3 to 1, let me call them 30, 20, and 10. And then we will say remove, say 10. Okay. So you can see 10 has been removed, right? So that is the major difference between pop and remove. That pop will actually use the index position, but remove will use the actual element. Pop will return the value, remove will not. By default, pop will have the last element, but in case of remove, you have to pass a argument. If you don't pass any value, for example, if you don't pass any value here and run it, then it will give the error. Okay. Now let's look into discard.